Because the whole of reality consists of material and spiritual aspects, we need both science and religion to grasp it completely and accurately. Those who use only one of the two remain blind to the other part of reality. Science will be made religious and religion scientific. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Agni Yoga teaches the synthesis of science and religion. In practical terms, this means that we must supplement the classical natural sciences, which are exclusively based on intellectual research, with the insight of the heart. The scientists of the future will consult their inner senses in addition to the mind. The thinker pointed out many times that the mind should be combined with the heart. Someone who gathers knowledge cannot be heartless. If a scientist is cruel, it means that he is far from truth. It is impossible to imagine a chemical laboratory in which the heart has no role. This is especially true for the realization of the world beyond. Agni Yoga makes an almost revolutionary suggestion. Let us investigate scientifically the conditions that prevail and the higher beings who live there. We want the supermundane to be cognized in a scientific way, through observation and research. Let priests become more scientific and scientists more spiritual. This, however, is possible only with a higher science, which also uses heart knowledge. The spirit apprehends in the heart the manifestations of the invisible world. All cognitions of the supermundane are formed in the heart. Agni Yoga calls this skill of the future the divine science. The thinker said, "I do not know what the divine science will be called in the future, but it will exist. The supermundane will become visible, and earthly life will become supermundane." The time will come, indeed has already come, when cognition of the supermundane will be a very real science. The emphasis is on supplementation. Higher knowledge is not folly. It must not contradict reason. Intellectual cognition remains the basis. Heart knowledge takes it further. Just as the theory of relativity is built on classical mathematics and physics and extends their concepts. We have already talked about this in detail in the video Expansion of Consciousness. The capability for distinction is one of the most important qualities a spiritual disciple must develop. Unfortunately, it is very rare. The so-called gift of discrimination is no gift at all, but the result of labor and experience. You may be sure that a person who lacks discrimination led a crude existence which he made no attempt to leave behind, and thus deprived himself of the benefit of perceiving through the heart. Anyone who allows himself to be led astray, to be deceived by seducers, and joins in unethical deeds, whether these are environmental pollution or exploitation, pogroms against Jews or wars of aggression, is not a true Agni Yogi, no matter how hard he may study the scriptures and practice meditation. The ability to discern the real state of things and to see the true colors of people is the first requirement and condition on the path of true discipleship. Without the acquiring of this faculty, there can be no spiritual advancement or approach toward the teacher. Can a disciple be trusted if he knows not how to tell truth from falsehood, light from darkness, friend from betrayer? The whole construction would be ruined by such ignorance. Certainly, heart knowledge is most helpful in discrimination. You must be able to distinguish between what is right and what is wrong. Otherwise, you are lost. The intellect cannot make such a distinction. It is like a lawyer who can take on any case because he is able to find a multitude of arguments for both sides, offender and victim. That is not a bad quality. In any given situation, you must be able to discover the pros and cons, the two sides of a coin. But that should not prevent you from weighing the rational reasons and arriving at a judgment about true and untrue. Only the common sense of the heart is capable of this. Where the cognition of the heart is aglow, there will be discrimination. In one of the debating societies at my university, someone once asked the question, who is greater, Stalin or Jesus? Intellectuals can discuss this topic for nights on end without ever coming to a conclusion. For a sensitive heart, however, there can be no doubt about the right answer. We are now talking about a multitude of cases that require the discernment of your heart several times a day in normal earthly life. You must be able to recognize what is great and what is small. The ability to discriminate between the great and the small is forged in the fire of the heart. Not a hero is he who does not distinguish between the great and the small. Not a hero is he who has lost the measuring rod of the heart. What is important and significant, and what secondary and negligible? The heart will show where the tortuous line runs between the essential and the conditional. A person who does not distinguish the small from the large, the insignificant from the great, cannot be spiritually developed. And, above all, what is good and what is evil. Only thereby does man rise above the animal. Good and evil are tested by the heart. Thus it is possible to bring to the highest an unshakable affirmation. One may recognize all relative imperfections, yet be able nonetheless to affirm without the slightest doubt where the good lies. It is one of the worst spiritual diseases of our time that many a one doubts whether evil even exists. The devil's greatest trick is to convince us that he does not exist. The mind cannot sufficiently well discern evil. A great many reasonings may be found in which a viper is concealed, but the heart feeling of repulsion to evil does not err. The nerve centers revolt against contact with the dark principle. It is impossible not to notice this heart sign, and then is created the resistance to evil. Though the eye does not yet see, nor the ear hear, the heart has already sensed and goes into battle, for evil is not endurable for a pure heart. Evil can adorn itself with many garments, but no mask will deceive a vigilant heart. So let us study the qualities needed for the fiery world.